Hey everybody on social media, Facebook, YouTube, all the awesome social medias. So today I was featured in a Graham Allen video. I guess some people have nothing better to do like Graham Allen, but pick on people like myself, some gay artist.
All right, fan mail time. I swear there is nothing I enjoy more than hearing from you guys. Woo! Here we go!
I want to tell you, Graham Allen, that you're an idiot. I couldn't be more excited, more accomplished than how I'm feeling right now. And Graham Allen, I would like to personally thank you for including me in such an ignorant video. I would just like to thank you for being a bully, because you're picking on people who you shouldn't be picking on or talking about just because they're different from you. And let's be real here, America was founded on different cultures. I want to clarify to you the kinds of issues we have in this country today. You don't seem to follow the bigger picture at hand here of what's currently happening in our society. We all need to come together and realize that this country has a problem with money and greed and religious persecution, which is unconstitutional being in our government laws, our state laws, our local laws, or lack of protections for LGBT citizens in about 35 states. But I would like to point out to you the kinds of problems that we have in this country.
Act like a fucking man, get hit like one. Gay pride ass bitch. Get out of the road. Get the fuck out of the road.
You live there?
No, I don't live here.
You
Are
live there?
fucking dumb? I stopped because you're a
Get that
fucking
license
dumbass.
plate number.
That's not even
I already
my
did.
truck.
I don't give a fuck. I know what your face looks like.
Come on. Come on, you're a fucking woman. I fucking knock you on your
shaking
fucking
right
ass.
now.
You fat cow.
You think that you scare me?
You think you
think
scare
that-
me? You're a fucking woman.
Walk away,
walk away. I'll fucking put a fat chew and spit right in your mouth.
Do it, please. Please, lay a hand on me. Do something, because I'll knock your drunk ass on your ass right now. Us and stuff. So I walked across the street to confront him because I'm done with it.
And behind the camera, her wife, Wendy.
He started threatening violence, and so that's when I was like, okay, I guess I have to record this in case something happens.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Who raised you?
Ooh, I'm so
You
scared.
should be really embarrassed of yourself right now.
It lasts just 3 minutes, then a passing police officer stops.
Tell her to keep walking.
The video ends there.
He's like, saying mean things isn't against the law. True was saying, what can I do? Is there anything I can do? And he said, not until he actually physically assaults you. There's nothing that can be done.
That upset the couple even more, and while we were talking to them today, that same cop and a supervisor show up to begin taking statements after Trudy and Wendy say nothing was done last night. Also today, we spotted one of the other guys in that video who says he was trying to defuse things.
So she says she confronted that man because he began using those slurs targeting her sexual orientation, but you would say that that's not true. And what would you say happened instead?
I would say that they started the cussing and the yelling back and forth.
Does that give a man a right to put his fists up to a woman and then hurl those kinds of insults at them?
No, but she was also threatening him at the same time.
In the midst of all of this, neighbors, even strangers, are coming together writing these messages on the street and sidewalk, showing their support for these two as they shed a light on a problem that to this day continues.
You need to realize that this country has a states' rights problem because a lot of states are abusing their power.
The fact is, in most states, it's still currently legal to fire LGBTQ people, kick them out of a store or business that serves the public, or even evict them from housing because of their sexual orientation or gender identity.
The ayes are 49, the noes are 50. The bill is not agreed to.
Often, it's as subtle as a boss picking another job application, or a landlord denying rent without explanation. These are the rights protected by the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
My fellow Americans, those who founded our country knew that freedom would be secure only if each generation fought to renew and enlarge its meaning.
Following the passage of the Civil Rights Act, federal and state laws prohibited this type of discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. This is called enumeration. If you list the characteristics that are most often the subject of discrimination, it removes any doubt that these people are protected.
Since these early days, I have seen and I have experienced many other types of discrimination, and all of them were rooted in the fear of people that were different than the majority.
But sexual orientation and gender identity are not enumerated in most states, and a report by the Human Rights Campaign found that lawmakers in 29 states have actually proposed bills that would actively discriminate against LGBTQ people.
We have what's called a patchwork of civil rights protections on this issue in this country.
Sam Brownback, the governor of Kansas, went so far as to write an executive order to reverse a measure that barred employment discrimination against LGBTQ people. On top of all of this, there's systematic discrimination across many schools throughout the country.
Ellen DeGeneres has been speaking out, voicing her outrage about the cruelty that spiraled out of control in our schools and beyond.
States in red here have no promo-homo laws that forbid teachers in public schools from even mentioning homosexuality at all.
If you are reading this, it means that I have committed suicide. Those words written on a Warren County teenager's Tumblr page, and now sparking an outcry from the LGBT community tonight.
Proof that enumeration works. GLSEN, an organization that advocates for LGBTQ students, says students who go to schools with enumerated LGBTQ policies experience significantly lower severities of bullying.
Federal investigators are looking into accusations that Minnesota's largest school district discriminates against gay students following 7 student suicides in fewer than 2 years.
These are laws that save lives. 2012 was the first year in U.S. history where more people supported same-sex marriage than people who didn't. 2015 will be remembered for marriage equality. Public figures have been more open discussing their own sexuality, and popular TV shows have begun to incorporate more LGBTQ characters in the stories they tell. But if you look at these two maps side by side, it's clear that the LGBTQ civil rights battles are far from over.
What I've been telling everybody is that we need to come together. We need to realize we have a problem with our current government. We need reform in so many areas, whether it's civil liberties, with LGBT.
Let's be frank. A dangerous movement, undetected by many, but real, is now challenging and eroding a great tradition of religious freedom. There can be no doubt, it's no little matter. It must be confronted intellectually and politically and defeated. This past election, and much that has flowed from it, gives us a rare opportunity to arrest these trends and to confront them. Such a reversal will not just be done with electoral victories, however, but by intellectual victories. We've gotten to the point where courts have held that morality cannot be a basis for law, where ministers are fearful to affirm, as they understand it, Holy Writ from the pulpit, and where one group can actively target religious groups by labeling them hate groups. There can be no doubt that we are stronger as a nation because of the contribution of religious people. Every day across America, they feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, educate our young people, care for the sick. They do so not because the government tells them to, but because they want to. They do these things because of their faith. I can assure you that people in Washington have no idea the extent to which our religious community is with the American people in times of birth, death, marriage, divorce, and those kind of situations that are so impactful to human beings. And I believe we need to respect that and affirm it.
Higher education, especially pertaining to Betsy DeVos, who's been acting in such unconstitutional and illegal practices against the American people, students and graduates who work so hard in America trying to enjoy their life and get somewhere with their degree and their field of study, such as myself as a communications film major. /entrepreneur.
What do we want?
Debt cancellation!
When do we need it?
Now!
What do we want?
Debt cancellation! Now!
What do we want?
Debt cancellation!
When do we need it?
Now! Education is our right, not just for the rich and white. Education is our right, not just for the rich and white. Education is our right, not just for the rich and white. Education is our right, not just for the rich and white. The beauty of it is that it's our right to.
I don't understand why you support Trump and the GOP when they're causing illegal problems for Americans, and you claim you're an American yourself, and you're so supportive of the American lifestyle and patriotism and all that really awesome stuff. Our president just committed lies and treason while he was in Russia at the summit with Putin.
With the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
All I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be. I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an incredible offer. What happened to the server? What happened to the servers of the Pakistani gentleman that worked on the DNC? Where are those servers? They're missing. Where are they? What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails? 33,000 emails gone, just gone. I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. I think it's a disgrace. I have felt very strongly that while Russia's actions had no impact at all on the outcome of the election, let me be totally clear in saying that, and I've said this many times, I accept our intelligence community's conclusion that Russia's meddling in the 2016 election took place. Could be other people also. There's a lot of people out there. There was no collusion at all. I thought that I made myself very clear by having just reviewed the transcript. Now I have to say, I came back and I said, what is going on? What's the big deal? So I got a transcript, I reviewed it. I actually went out and reviewed a clip of an answer that I gave. People came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be. I realize that there is a need for some clarification It should have been obvious. I thought it would be obvious, but I would like to clarify just in case it wasn't. In a key sentence in my remarks, I said the word would instead of wouldn't. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't, or why it wouldn't be Russia. Sort of a double negative.
I'm just trying to let you know that we have bigger issues in this country to worry about other than different types of people. It's not people in this country, like American citizens or American taxpayers, that are really something we should be paying attention to. It's really the politicians and lobbyists and lawmakers that are allowing the greed to alter our Constitution as we speak and practice in illegal actions against Americans. I'm calling you out because you love to point your finger at everybody, but you don't like to see the bigger picture. You're in denial. And I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. Like, obviously I struck a nerve with you, but I don't give a f**k. So, have a lovely day, man.
War is our business now. For every tear not shed,